When you're involved in an accident or need an attorney, we know just who you should call. Attorney Richard Griffin, and today we're here to talk about personal injury and workers' comp settlements. Can you have a personal injury settlement and a workers' comp settlement from the same accident? And why are these settlements different and how are they alike, if at all? Welcome, by the way.
Thank you, glad to be here. Well, it's certainly, there are two claims that can come from the same accident. And in fact, that happens more than you would think. And sometimes if you have an accident, you may not even realize that you may realize it's on the job, but you might not realize that someone other than a coworker caused it. So then you could have two different claims.
I see. Okay.
But I get it called a lot from people who say, what is my case worth, or how do you come up with the value of a case?
Okay.
And that's what we're going to talk about today. For a personal injury case, you're going to have a situation where you're going to deal with, you're kind of adding up all the damages, all the medical treatment, all the lost wages, all the pain and suffering, and how that impacted your life in a negative way.
Okay.
That's going to be the value. In a workers' comp case, you're going to have a situation where it's different. I see they just put the slide up.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, in a personal injury case, the first thing you need to look at in this is that if you have an attorney, you're going to have a value that is a lot more. And if you don't, then that value is going to stay very, very low. Basically, the way the timeline goes is the accident happens, and if you get us involved, we're going to do a quick investigation to really make sure liability's there. We're going to help get the treatment, and you can see the values going up as they get the treatment and the diagnosed injuries. The lost wages have to be documented. Then you're at the impasse of settlement versus verdict, and we're going to always be negotiating to get the best possible settlement, and oftentimes that means litigation is not required, but if they negotiate in bad faith, then litigation is the next step.
And again, we were talking earlier, the key is the sooner they can get a hold of you and get you involved, the better.
As you can tell from that chart, the longer you wait to call me, the longer or the more off track your case is going to be. Most of the time, if we're getting it early enough, then we're going to get the full value of the case without litigation. But if you wait, then a lot of times we have no choice but to file the lawsuit. Then you've got, a year or more in litigation. So calling 877-PAIN Law and letting me talk to you about your personal injury case right away is very, very important.
Okay, and then what about on the workers' comp side?
On the workers' comp, it's a little different. They're paying for everything as you go. They're paying for your income benefits, they're paying for your medical treatment, and they're going to eventually pay for an impairment rating. If you look at this chart, with an attorney, it's very, very high. Without an attorney, it's very, very low, and that is very, very common. In workers' comp, if you don't have an attorney, a lot of times you're not going to get a settlement. As the case is going forward, you're getting more treatment, they're diagnosing the injuries, the treatment may get more and more expensive, and it can involve pain management, surgery, those kinds of things. You're off work, receiving those weekly checks, that's when the value's at the very peak. Timing is so important, so that's why for a workers' comp case, you do not want to wait. You want to call me immediately. If you wait, then eventually, unless the case is catastrophic, you're going to have started low and you're going to go high, and then you're going to get returned back to work. The doctors are going to say you don't need to come back for any more treatment, and there may be a very small rating or no rating at all for an impairment benefit. So if you call me late, I'm not going to be able to get that great settlement. It's going to be a much lower number. So for workers' comp, you need to call now.
Yeah, do yourself a favor.
Absolutely.
And I think too, also when something happens at work like that, I'm sure a lot of people just feel, oh, this is the last thing I needed, and this is now a chore, but it's worth it. You might be tired, you're hurt, yes, but you need to get on the phone and call you ASAP.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you, as always, for joining us. And don't forget to get the help you need. Contact the Griffin Law Firm. Call 877-PAIN-LAW. You can also log on to 877painlaw.com.